Hey y'all, good evening. It's Mahogany Muse. And I wanted to come on here and talk to y'all today about some things. I was talking to a friend of mine today, and we were talking about surviving mental and physical abuse. Like, that's some serious stuff. Mental and physical abuse is some serious stuff, and it's so real out here today. And we don't realize that it's abuse when you're in it because you're too busy trying to figure out why it's happening. Like, why is it happening to me? Like you're trying to figure those things out, and you always the first thing you do is blame yourself. I just want to say that mental and physical abuse is not you, y'all. That comes from whoever it is that is putting that on you. That person has got some type of issue that they probably had going on within themselves when they were younger. Something they learned from home, something that they learned from being abused themselves. It's not you. And you can't carry that pain and that hurt. You can't carry that with you into another relationship. You have to learn to separate yourself from what's going on. And it's okay. We think it's love. We think that every time somebody is putting their hands on us is because they love us or they hate us. And we're so busy trying to figure out how to make it right and how to make it stop, and trying to help the other person, figure out how much we love them, and we think our love is going to stop it, and it does not, y'all. Mental and physical abuse, I'm telling y'all, you cannot stay in that situation. You have to leave. You got to figure out how much you love yourself, and you got to love yourself more than that other person in order to be able to break it. You got to break that mold. You got to get out of there. You have to. You can't let nobody else dictate your life. Some people don't make it out. Like, some people don't even make it out. And some people stay in it because they don't have the financial ability to leave. They don't have the ability to gather themselves and have anybody to talk to about it to help them figure out what they need to do to make that move. Y'all, you have to love yourself more than you love somebody else. In order for you to be able to survive it, you have to, it takes strength to be able to get through something like that. And we lose ourselves so much in these relationships just because we want to make it look good. And you know what? You might not make it. It's always somebody out there for you that loves you for you, that loves you, loves the person you are. And it does not have to hurt, okay? It doesn't have to hurt. And we get so used to it that we think, oh, okay, it's supposed to be like that, and this is my person, and this is who I'm supposed to be with. And in reality, you're just deteriorating on the inside. You're deteriorating on the inside. You look like it on the outside. And you know what? You're never gonna meet your dreams. You're never gonna be able to find yourself again. So I hope whoever hears this message, I hope that whoever is going through this right now, I hope you are strong enough to step outside of it and step outside of yourself for a minute and look at yourself and realize how much you love yourself, how much you want to be around for the next day, for your kids. You want to make sure, because you can't, if you don't love yourself, you can't even love your kids right. You can't even, who are you? Like, if you don't love yourself, how can you love anybody else? You can't, and the abuse, mental and physical abuse, happens to men too. This is for the men too. Y'all still have to, you just because you're a man doesn't mean you don't get abused mentally and physically as well. Like, you don't have to stay in this type of situation. You are strong enough to make a move. You're strong enough to look in the mirror and realize that you don't have to stay in it. You can survive. You don't have to stay just because you can't afford to be somewhere. Make a plan. Figure out what you need to do to make a move and get the hell out of there. You have to. That's the only way that you're going to be able to be successful in your life, your kids' life, just to be a success, period. You have to make that move. Like, you have to. I just want everybody to just remember to pray about it. Put it in God's hands. God listens. He hears every single word that you think, every single word you say out of your mouth. Don't say things that you have to apologize for and take back. You want to make sure that anything you say, that you mean it. It's a new year coming up. Change your life. You can change your life. You don't have to stay stagnant in a situation that is not for you. You got to pray on it. You got to believe in God, and you got to believe that He is there, and you're never alone. You're never alone. It's always somebody listening to you, and you have to believe that you can be saved and you can get out of that situation. Talk to somebody about it that you trust. And a lot of us, we don't trust anybody to tell them about it because we're ashamed. We're ashamed to tell somebody that that's something we're going through. And what's making it so bad is we don't even realize that people can see it. Just because you're not talking about it doesn't mean people can't see it. People can see you. They see what you're going through. No matter how many smiles and how many, how much you're looking like everything is okay. People can see your pain. People can see your pain. So just remember to please, y'all, if you're going through something, find somebody to talk to about it. But first thing you want to do is get on your knees and pray to God to give you the direction you need to get through this, because you might not make it to 2022. You might not even make it to 2022. You can change your life. You don't have to be depressed. You don't have to be sad. You don't have to be embarrassed. You don't have to be somewhere that is not a happy place, that is not safe for you. You don't have to do that. You can move on. Life gets better. There has to be something better than what you're in if that's the situation you're in. If you're in a place that's mentally abusive and people are physically abusing you, male or female, get the hell out of there. Run. Don't look back. Do not look back. Get out of there. Don't look back. And for those abusers, if you are the abuser, if you are the mental or physical abuser, you need to get on your knees and pray too that God helps you find a better way of communication and to help you figure out what's wrong with what's going on in your own life. Nobody deserves to feel that way. Nobody deserves to feel like they're a piece of scum on the bottom of somebody's shoe. So anyway, that's what I've been thinking about today, y'all. I had that conversation with one of my friends, and all I could do is say, thank God for being able to talk about it on a platform that people can actually hear and feel what you're saying. Because no matter what, you always have God, and He answers prayers. He's watching all the time. For those that don't believe in God, whatever it is you believe in, pray to it. Ask for guidance. It's not just about asking for worldly things. You want to ask for guidance and for insight on what you could do to get yourself out of that situation. Okay. And to give you the strength to be able to keep going, move forward, and don't freaking look back. Move forward and do not look back. You will be fine. You're gonna be fine. You will be okay. That's all I gotta say, y'all. Anyway, hey everybody. I hope everybody's having a good evening. And you're right, Ebony. Yeah, people do judge. People will judge you. People will, you know what? People will judge you. They're gonna talk about you. They're going to laugh at you. And those same people that's laughing and talking are the same people that is getting their ass beat right at home. Okay? They just ain't telling nobody. They're just not talking about it. Okay? So it doesn't matter what nobody has to say about you. It doesn't matter how embarrassing it may be. Okay? But What you don't want to do is be getting knocked upside your head, okay, when you think everything is good. It's okay. Move on. There is somebody for you. And sometimes you need just yourself to get through. You need to find yourself. Date yourself. Love yourself. Figure you out first. And then once you get that part together, then invite somebody into your life. Okay? And then at that point, you got to still make sure that person is the right person for you. People will judge you. People will laugh. People will talk. Okay, they will say all kind of things. They will lie, and act like life is all good. And again, they're getting their butts whooped. And they're getting abused and getting called bitches and all type of other things of names that your mama did not give you when you were born, okay? So don't be scared. Don't be scared, and no, you don't have to talk about it on a platform like this, but you also don't have to be scared to talk about it, because you know what the problem is? People are dying, okay? People are being put in closets, all type of things, okay? And nobody knows about it because nobody's talking about it, and people are scared. They're scared. They're scared for their lives. And they're scared because they think they don't have nobody. It's always somebody for you. It's always somebody that's going to listen. Don't be scared. Don't keep yourself in a situation where you can't even turn your back to the person that you're sleeping in bed with. Okay? You can't even turn your back to the person you're sleeping in bed with because you don't know what the hell might happen. Now that's some messed up stuff. So anyway, I hope everybody's having a good evening. I hope all of you are just staying blessed up, okay? Anything that takes place in your life that you are not comfortable with, you need to get on your knees and you need to pray on it. And you need to ask God to give you direction on what you need to do, okay? You can't keep living like that. It's no good for you. It's no good for your kids if you have them. Okay? And you want to make sure that you are 100% in your own mind. You want to make sure you're 100% in your own mind. But anyway, you all have a good evening. Man, I hope everybody's day is great. Remember to say a prayer tonight for those who cannot pray for themselves. Good night, y'all.